Hello, welcome to our topic about pure substances. Nagtataka ka ba kung bakit laging sinasabi na kailangan kumain ka masustansyang pagkain katulad ng gulay, ng prutas, at dapat meron kang vitamins. Lalo na sa panahon ngayon ng COVID, kailangan daw strong ang resistance. And to become strong and resistant ang ating katawan, dapat meron tayong sapat na sustansya sa katawan or tinatawag nating importanteng substances. Halimbawa na lang, pag bigla ka na lang bumabagsak na hindi mo alam ang dahilan, lagi agad sasabihin, kulang ka sa potassium. Or, kapag maputla ang kulay mo, sabihin, anemic ka, kulang ka sa iron. Ano ba yung potassium? Ano ba yung iron? Okay, pag-usapan natin ang pure substances. Pure substances are substances that are made up of one kind of particles and has a fixed or constant structure. It has two kinds. Okay? Number 1, element, and number 2, compound. Now, let's talk about elements. So, maybe during your previous grade, you have heard about the periodic table of elements. So, familiar na tayo dito. All the elements on Earth nakasulat doon sa ating periodic table of elements. Ano nga ba yung tinatawag nating element? Elements are the simplest form of matter. Simplest. Pangunahing anyo ng bagay. Okay? Simplest form. And wala nang mas sisimple pa dito. Mula dito, nabuo ang iba't iba pang bagay. Okay? So, all of the elements are written in the periodic table of elements, which was developed by several scientists. But I will just mention to you two. And these two were Henry Moseley and Dmitri Mendeleev. So, they were the first two who had been known in developing the periodic table of elements. But there are more other scientists. Now, how are the elements arranged in the periodic table? So, the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, or IUPAC, is the one concerned in developing or organizing and arranging the elements in the periodic table. Okay? That is why we have now the periodic table of elements complete with name up to 118. Okay? So, elements are made up of atom. So, each element is composed of one kind of atom. So, no two elements have the same kind of atom. Unique siya. Kakaiba. So, ang element na isa ay hindi pwedeng, binubuo ng sarili niyang klase ng atom. Halimbawa, hydrogen, hydrogen atom, helium, helium atom. So, binubuo sila ng atom. Ang atom naman, meron siyang tinatawag na subatomic particles. Ibig sabihin, binubuo pa rin siya ng mga particles sa maliliit. Ano yung mga yon? Meron tayong tinatawag na proton na positively charged. May neutron, neutrally or no charge. And the electron, which is negatively charge. Yan ang bumubuo sa ating atom. Okay? Kaya one kind of particle or one kind of atom is making up an element. Now, let's talk about the periodic table. How are the elements arranged in the periodic table? If you look at the periodic table, you will see the symbols written in 1, 2, or 3 letters. Okay? And The symbol, the first letter of the symbol is in capital form or capitalized. And yung mga kasunod ay mga small letters na sila. Ganon sinusulat ang ating elements, ang symbol ng ating
Paano
elements.
siya?
Anong basihan? Okay, maraming basihan. Sa name nila, and then kinukuha lang yung first and second letter or first, second, and third letter. Kapag ang letter ay hindi makikita sa name nila, ibig sabihin kinuha yun dun sa kanilang Latin name. Okay? So, sa periodic table, makikita nyo maliban sa symbol, nandun yung name nila, nandun yung ibang properties nila, pero hindi na natin pag-uusapan yung ibang properties. Tutok tayo dun sa kanilang atomic number. May number 1, 2, 3, 4, hanggang 118 ngayon. So, yun ang tinatawag nating atomic number na naka-arrange siya in increasing order left to right, top to bottom ng periodic table. Dire-diretso yung numbering. Aside from arrangement based on their atomic number, another basis of arranging the elements in the periodic table is their metallic property. Okay, alam naman ninyo yung metal. Sige, pag-uusapan pa rin natin yan sa susunod. Metallic property. Left to right, okay, naka-arrange yan from most metallic to the least metallic or non-metallic. Most metallic to non-metallic properties. Top to bottom, ang arrangement ay least metallic to most metallic. So, increasing top to bottom yung metallic property. Pero hindi kasama ang hydrogen. Ibang usapan kasi ang property ng hydrogen. Take note, hydrogen is a non-metal. Okay? Sige. So, yun ang arrangement. Basis ng arrangement, yung kanyang sa metallic property. So, they are arranged in group. There are 18 groups. Okay? From group 1 up to group 18 with their names. And there are bases why they are arranged in group, and that is their chemical properties, which will be discussed to you in grade 9. So, hindi ko na palalawakin yan. Aside from the vertical groupings, meron din tayong tinatawag na horizontal groupings. Tawag natin doon ay period. Okay? Period. So, in the periodic table, we have 7 periods. Period 1, composed of hydrogen and helium. Only 2 elements in period 1. And then, period 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Now, we have 2 separated rows in the periodic table. The lanthanide and actinide, they belong to 6 and 7. Okay? They're supposed to be inserted in group 6 and 7. Kasama sila doon.
What are some uses of elements?
Incandescent bulb makes use of tungsten and argon. Mercury thermometer uses mercury. Copper wire makes use of copper. Plants, in order to grow, needs nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And what about our body? Nandyan yung iron. Nandyan yung potassium. Andyan yung calcium. Okay. Yan ay sample lang ng mga element na very important. Now, let's talk about compounds. Compounds are made up of molecules. Now, these molecules are composed of 2 or more the same or different kinds of atom. Pwedeng parehong klase ng atom bumubuo sa kanya, pwedeng magkaibang atom na chemically combined. Hindi tayo pwedeng mag-combine, kundi it's a chemical reaction. Chemical combination yung process ng ating pag-form ng compound. Halimbawa, yung ating hangin na hinihinga, ini-inhale. Inhale. Okay, the air that we inhale is the so-called oxygen gas. That oxygen gas is composed of 2 oxygen atom. Okay, now, the gas that we exhale, nilalabas, exhale is composed of carbon and oxygen atoms. Okay, so we call it the carbon dioxide. Okay, since they are composed now of 2 atoms, it is now considered compound. Now, we have compounds in nature. Hindi natin ginagawa. Hindi man talaga natin ginagawa, kundi present sa nature siya. Dahil chemically formed. Halimbawa, ang pangpalasa natin kalimitan ay asin. In English, salt or table salt. Chemical name, sodium chloride. Now, what composes sodium chloride? What elements compose sodium chloride? So, from the word sodium, sodium is an element with a symbol of Na and chloride from the word chlorine. Okay? Sodium and chlorine. These two chemically combined and formed sodium chloride or the table salt. Another simple example is water. Water or H2O. Lagi natin nakikita H, subscript 2, capital letter O. Okay? So, what elements are combined to form water? H stands for hydrogen. O stands for oxygen. So, these two elements combined to form a compound. Huwag mo muna natin pag-uusapan yung dami ng atom na pinag-combine kasi para hindi kayo maguluhan. Pag-usapan lang natin na sila ay pinagsama. Okay? May mga number yan na tinatawag nating subscript. Nagbibilang yan ng atom kung ilang atom yung pinagsama. So, hindi ko na yun i-discuss sa inyo. No? So, doon lang tayo sa basic ng compound and element. Para maintindihan nyo lang kung ano yung pagkakaiba ng compound and element. Okay? Now, let us examine product labels. Look at their nutritional information and their ingredients and identify the substances present in the product.